Hi there, welcome back to Gadget Mad Lad. In this episode, it's going to be a simple one, hopefully a quick one. Basically, I don't know if anyone knows this or not, but the the bottom screen on the original DS can be used to repair the top screen. I know this because I've done it myself a couple of times. Anyway, the point is this one has got a faulty top screen. You might recognise this from a previous video. The Ultimate Girls original DS, I can't remember what the name of it was. I've already set the rubber stoppers off to remove the screws. So slightly ahead there. Got it on charge, so we've got some juice. In fact, what I'll do, quickly show you. Turn on? Yeah. I'm just going to take off charge. See if I can show you on camera the speckles. Is that coming across properly? If you look towards the bottom corner here, there's a couple of black dots, and up here there's a black dot, and over here there's a few more black dots. It doesn't affect gameplay or anything, it's just I've got spare screens, so I figured I might as well do a repair, and if somebody's got like a worse screen than this, maybe they want to know how to repair it, so quick easy little repair. Right, what I'm going to be using for this one is, this is a Game Boy Macro that I made. It was one of my first attempts. I think it actually was possibly one of my first videos that I did to do with the macro. I can't show you this turning on because I've literally got all the screws removed at the moment, because we're taking this screen out of it. I'm going to remove the digitizer and we're going to pop it inside this one in the top bit, and I'll show you how it connects and everything. So to save a bit of time, what I did, I removed the screws, so this can just go to the side. You can see here, if you look back on another video, which I'll put in the link in the description, this is two iPhone 5S speakers wired into it, but they're wired directly into the power supply, so it doesn't technically work. It works, but it only works whilst the battery's got charge in it. Otherwise, it just drains the battery. You can never turn it off, essentially. Even when the console itself's turned off, this stays on. So there's an error in my kind of stuff there. Oh, and it's got a micro USB charge port. Change that a little bit too. Anyway, enough chit chat. So this is what we need to do here is this ribbon cable there. Lift the latch up there. Remove that first one, but underneath that there's two little ones, which we also, I don't know if I'm showing it properly. Yeah, I'm showing you. There's a little, they call them bales on either side of it, of each one, and if you just lightly pull against that, I'm blocking the camera, but very delicate. See how they're pushed up rather than that one's pushed in, so I can get on camera. See how these black bits there on the side, the other side, they're up and they're down. That's it unlocked, that's it locked. So again, just repeat the process to keep that the way we do. Just kind of lever it ever so slightly. Don't be too firm with it. You know, so the best thing to use for this is tweezers, which I've got knocking about somewhere. But again, you want to be really delicate if you're using metal tweezers. I've done this a few times, so I know how much force to use and not to use, and just should be able to pull that out of there and that out of there. That frees up the screen now, so what we can do, if I just lift this up, that should pull away from the screen. Yep, like so. And we're left with this, which again I can put to the side because we don't need that. We need this bit. So what we'll do, we'll push through, making a clearing. If you notice here, right, if you see these, it's like a frame going around it, and there's like this little connector coming off that's the digitizer, yeah? So we need to remove this from that so it'll work. So with like, it's a little craft knife or something like that, if you just, right, here's the trick here, right? You want to get into it, but you want to kind of be very careful on the LCD itself. I mean, don't get me wrong, like I say, I'm not a pro, so I'll try and get this on camera, but I might end up messing it up. The trick is to not touch the LCD. Hopefully, I'm not touching the LCD, but I'm cutting like the sticky residue, you know, between the screen and the actual digitizer itself. I'm kind of trying to tilt it ever so slightly, like towards me, you know, the tip of the blade, so it's like on a slight incline. That way, you're less likely to touch the LCD. But don't be wrong, if we turn it on and the LCD is just as bad, then I probably have buggered up. Obviously, if we want to reuse this digitizer for, say, like another project or something, this is where you'll need to be a bit careful. So, like we said, we want to lift that up. That should enable us to totally bypass that now. Obviously, we don't cut the other cable. I'm hopefully getting that on camera. Sorry about autofocus being crap. Right, so again, it's a bit too much blade actually. The littlest bit of blade that you get in there, the better really, because then you got less to touch. Does that make sense? I need to be careful there because it'll ping out my hands otherwise. So I can see that I don't see any dead pixels, so I think we're alright with that. I've got the digitizer intact, so that's not broken or nothing. That can be reused for another project. Not that I'm going to need it for any of my macros or anything. But now the trick will be to get this away from the actual LCD itself, because we're going to have to, I think, reapply some sticky stuff otherwise. So I'm just tidying it up. It doesn't have to be immaculate, I don't think, because you don't see this bit on the actual thing anyway. If you see the actual black border around it, I think as long as you've got nothing poking over that, it should be okay. Obviously, I can't say for sure, because like I said, I'm not a professional. I just like to tinker. Right, sorry about that. To put me on my Zen focus into that then. Let's get all these bumpy bits off here, because we don't want these obstructing it from sticking down properly. Or popping on the screen mid-gameplay or something, because that'll be a pain in the butt. I can take it apart just to get rid of a little speckle of foam. Kind of like statically stuck there kind of thing. I think that's the trick. Make sure the screen's clean. It appears to be. Do a quick wipe. I think that made it worse. Yep, definitely made it worse. I think I'm talking and spitting on it as I'm saying. Let's take it off screen a second. Let's do a quick little wipe. Yes, that'll do. And so we've got our screen now, yeah? So, obviously, if you can get yours tidied in that, by all means, feel free to give it a go. This is just me rushing the job kind of thing, so I'll probably come in at a later date and tidy it up. Or I'll totally forget about it, it'll get put to my to-do pile. So on this one now, this one's got all the screws in it. All we need to do is remove these 4 screws, which are cross Phillips screws. Don't know the exact size. I'm pretty sure it's, yeah, got the right screwdriver there. So we will quickly just remove these. Sorry if I'm wobbling the camera there. Didn't mean to be doing that. It's too strong for my own good. Again, usually these have rubber stoppers in them usually. Got them stuck to my little helping hands thing there, so I didn't lose track of them. I had to take them out with like a kind of pick thing to get, you know, so I didn't tear the rubber. Obviously, if you already lost yours, by all means, no problem for you. Wasn't in bad condition, you see, so I could put them to one side, you get me? Right, so from what I know here, I think we might need a pry tool here, so I've got one ready. So what we're going to do, on the DSi, you slide it, but I don't think you slide it on this one. I think it's clips, maybe. So we'll get that in there. Still trying not to make the camera. Oh yeah, but it seems to be good. We have, stabby. Ow, that hurt. So, approved plastic pry tools can wear on the edges of it, kind of levering it as I go. Hopefully got that in shot. Not very well, obviously. Making it so I can't see it and you can't see it. That's not going to help anybody, that is it? So I think now we should just pull loose. Yeah, there we go. Right, so, see if I remember correctly now. Right, so what we need to do is, well, first of all, we'll compare the screen. That'll probably help a little bit, won't it? Right, so, yeah, it's going to connect somewhere around here, I think. We'll check it out in a second. So this is the screen from the DS Macro, you know, the bottom side to one of these. We'll draw on blood there. Just put them bits of skin off. So that's what I did. See this little scratch here? So this pry tool did by this little slightly catching me. Alright, so what we'll do, we'll move these yellowy golden screws. That should give me a bit of clearance there. We should be able to work with this board then, because I think this board here has the connector that connects, you know, that's what's different between the two essentially. So if we go like that, yep, see. So if I quickly just do that, Now I'm confused. It's got two connectors to it, so is the one below it? Yep, there is. Phew. I was getting a bit worried then. So if you're thinking, wait a minute, there's two connectors on this one. You wouldn't be mistaken. You see the one that was, or is it the one that was under it, poking out a little bit, that tiny little one. Well, I was thinking, no, what? There's only one connector. How's that working? No, I'm right. I'll show you now. You remove this ever so gently. See below it again, that little thing with the bails. So keep my finger without pushing the one out of pushing the other cable out of the way. I'm going to gently pry over side to that. Give it a little pull. It should pull out. Yep, that's good. We're going to stick this in the back of this because it's probably a bit of here double-sided tape. Careful not to rip the cable because that's not good. Very gentle with this. Ooh, I say that and I go and yank it up like God knows what. Alright, so stay there, you. Good cable. Now I just need to work this up somehow. So it doesn't matter if I break the screen. I'd rather keep it for spares though. But I don't want to plot the plastic. I don't want to crack the plastic. That's a tongue twister, isn't it? Come on. Can I spray you? Well, yep, that seems to have done the trick. Hopefully not made you too worse. As long as you're still usable for like testing purposes, doesn't really matter. So we've got that there. Oh, here we go, we've got liftage. There we go. And as you can see, this screen with the spot speckles. And we've got this screen with the no speckles. So let's switch switcheroo. So the one that was took out, the one I'm replacing it with. Put the one I just took out to one side. So that must go, ironically enough, upside down, which is weird. So there's a little spacing bracket there, so we're going to keep that upright. So we push that in at the bottom where the space, oh, why is it trapping on it? Push that against the spacing bracket. Try to keep it aligned. And jobs are good in. So we have lift off. So we can bring this back in now. I don't think it matters about the foam, that can be left on. Right, so with this, how was it now? Right, so that was down like so. That'll probably help if I stick this back down first. So let's get this one screwed back in place. It's not flopping about everywhere, is it? Let's do a bit of security. So I'm going to put, remember the gold screws will go back in these ones. You want the silver ones for the exterior. So that's in snug, but not too tight. Now we want to get it lined up with these here. So I'm showing on camera properly. I'll try and get to the centre if I can. And so before we fold this back down again, we need to connect these two connectors, which is a bit of a pain in the butt, I'm not going to lie. I think it might be easier to... Will it be easier? I think it will be easier. So what I'm going to have to do, I'm going to disconnect this one. That'll free that. Then with these ones, I can get it angled in right. How about the angle of the dangle? Poke you in. Make sure it's lined. Make sure the white bit lines up with the white bit, because otherwise you're not making contact. I think these stick out a little bit though, if I'm not mistaken. That's usually the rule of thumb though. If the white doesn't align, that might be the reason why it's called. They call that not being seated correctly. So let's see if this works. Hopefully it will. Seems about right. So that one's good. Again, let's get that flap up. Flaps to the ready. Go in you. Bit of a weird angle, but we can do this. Come on. Yep, there we go. Nice and seated there. Press that little flap down. So now, so we want to get this guy in, don't we? Which goes in like so. See, I was right. Yeah, it will be easier this way. So go in you bendy bugger. Go in. Yep, that's lovely, nice and snug. Press you in firmly whilst I clip it up. And the jobs are good done. And that's it, we're done. Well, I've got to put a couple of screws in, but yeah, we're pretty much done. Just got to line this up first of all. Yeah, we're good there. If that'll work, I'll get that screw stuck back in. So if you saw at the beginning of the video, we had the little spots on the screen. By definition now, they should be fresh as a daisy. Don't want to get trapped underneath the wire, the cable even. So fingers crossed, we're all good. I reckon about 20-30 seconds, maybe a minute tops if we stretch it out. So I just need to clip this back into place. Yep, that's going nicely. Go in, you. Go in, go in, go in, go in. Yep, lovely. So now we get these 4 screws. Oh yeah, man, this wasn't the longest, 15 minutes for a screen replacement of a DS original. I'll put links to the description of making making this in the first place. Because I think originally it had a different battery in it. I think it had a massive 3000 milliamp battery in it or something, but I think we changed it back to stock, you know, with just some different parts. It's been, we've got to so many times this, but they're kind of rare to find, you know, with the hinges intact. And this is like, I wouldn't say it's immaculate, but the plastics they are immaculate. There's a little bit of scratching, you know, on the actual, the rear, the top of it, this bit so you got a bit of wear and tear there, but other than that it's in really good nick. I keep meaning to switch that over as well, you know, for the dark blue one or something. Anyway, so let's, that's enough chit chat, let's have a look, see, shall we? So, you ready? Power. Voila! That's not showing well on the screen. It's not doing that effect in real life. So honestly, that's a lot brighter on the camera than it is in real life. Not really the brightest ones these, but yeah, look, no speckles whatsoever, no spots, fresh as a daisy. You can see a few marks on the screen there, probably need a wipe over or whatever, but other than that, it's fresh as a daisy. Let's see if we can get past that. Let's double check. Yeah, looks good to me. Yeah, we'll call it a day. Hope you enjoyed that. Nice little simple fix. I'll get the rubber stopper stuck back on there now and it's good to go. Thanks for watching. Bye. See you next time.